Hi guys, it's Sebastian with Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. I'm back with another video for you today, and this is my top 10 Christmas fragrances, so please stay tuned. So what is the idea behind top 10 Christmas fragrances? I like to think about fragrances that have kind of a Christmassy theme. So I either think of fragrances that are gourmand delicious, or something that's more like pine and woodsy, maybe perhaps a little smoky, fireplace, incensey. So those are the kind of things that I think about when I think of a fragrance, especially to wear around Christmas. So I decided to put together a list of 10 fragrances, and we'll start with number 10. At number 10, this is from the house of ANNICK GOUTAL, and this is NUIT ETOILEE. NUIT ETOILEE is all about mint and pine. It's very dry, it's very minty, it's also very kind of sparkly. It has this kind of like illumination thing when you wear it. It just feels like it's dark, but there's something behind it that's kind of illuminated, shiny, kind of like projecting somewhere from the darkness. And basically that's the idea behind this fragrance. I've heard the story where ANNICK GOUTAL's daughter Camille GOUTAL, I guess, was walking in some forest or a forest somewhere and came up with the idea of making this fragrance called NUIT ETOILEE. I really like it, and I love the pine in here. It's not an overwhelming pine, it's not dense. It's also perfectly blended with mint. One of my only favorite mint fragrances, because the mint is dry and it actually smells like natural mint. It doesn't smell kind of artificial, so it's perfect. And I think this is perfect for Christmas. It's NUIT ETOILEE by ANNICK GOUTAL. So number 9, I've decided to go with Ferra, or if you want the more expensive version, Ambre Narguilé by Hermes. So this is actually a beautiful, delicious gourmand. It's it's supposed to have tobacco in the Hermes version, but to me it's more of a gourmand. It smells very delicious, kind of like apple pie, apple crisps, and things like that. It's very delicious, and I find it very comforting during the holidays. When I was looking at the list of fragrances to add on here, I decided I wanted to include this one because I really love it, especially here. This is actually different notes. It's got dates in it, and you know, vanilla and woodsy notes and things like that. But they smell very similar, although this comes off a little more denser. And a 50 ml of this retails for under 100, whereas this is quite expensive, and this is the large bottle here anyway. But there are other variations or kind of similar fragrances to Ambre Narguilé, but I happen to have Ferra, and I really do like it. And this one actually lasts. It really does last, and I think it definitely performs better than the Ambre Narguilé, even though I like it and it's got this freshness about it. So number 9 is Ferra or Ambre Narguilé by Hermes. Number 8, a very Christmassy fragrance, kind of like a spicy fruit cake, but it doesn't use a fruit cake type notes in it. It's COZE by Perfumerie GENERALE. So this one is got a cannabis note in it. It's very spicy. It's very kind of cinnamony, but I don't think cinnamon's in the notes either. But I find it to be very holiday, like a fruit cake is basically what I'm saying, but more nuts rather than fruits, because there's nothing fruity about this. It just has cacao, and it's got patchouli. It smells awesome. Yeah, do check it out. This is a line I've been trying to explore more, but I never get a chance to find them in any stores. Even the store I was going to in Paris, Javoy, I go, why don't you carry this brand? And he said they have an exclusive at another store somewhere in the city, and I never made it there. So, but I really want to explore Parfumerie GENERALE, and this I think is one of their best. They also have one called Musk Maori. It's a musky chocolate scent that I almost bought that, but I ended up with this. But great brand, great perfumer behind it. So COZE is number 8. So next at number 7, I have a tie with 2 scents from an indie house called Olympic Orchids, and we've got Olympic Rainforest, and we've got Dev 4. Both of these are very forest-like. You basically get the forest, the woods, the fire, the incense, the smoke, and lots of pine, like a Christmas tree pine. Both of them are just excellent. Actually, Olympic Rainforest is closer than Dev 4. Dev 4 has a lot more incense in it, but if you want like a piney, Christmassy scent, man, this is just awesome. There's also a little bit of Olympic, that is Olympic rainforest. It also has a little bit of like a berry-like fruit note in here, which kind of brightens it up. But wow, it's a kind of slightly dirty. You got the kind of soil around the tree, the bark, the roots, but you've got lots of like pine and redwoods and things like that, I believe is what the scent is. Just a gorgeous scent, and therefore, as I said, is more incensey. But a great indie house worth checking out, Olympic Orchids and its Olympic Rainforest. At number 6, a house that's not spoken much about, it is Costume National, and it's just basically owned by Costume National. This one's all about cloves and cinnamon, and I associate cloves and cinnamon with the holidays, with Christmas, Thanksgiving, you know, baking and cooking and just using those ingredients for food that's associated with lots of holiday eating. So I find this very holiday-like to me. It's very, like I said, cinnamon and cloves, but it also has this kind of like a tea vibe. It comes off like tea. It's just a beautiful, beautiful scent. I just adore this one. And not many guys talk about this, and I think a lot of guys should know. The nose behind this is Dominic Ropion, and he's a master perfumer. But it's an underrated house. It's a small Italian fashion label, but they have awesome, awesome scents. So Costume National Homme is number 6. So at number 5, it is another indie house. It's Imaginary Authors, A City on Fire. Now, why did I include this one? This one's to me like a fireplace. During the winter, we've got fireplaces going, although I don't have a fireplace now, but when I go to my mom's, she's got a fireplace. And this actually smells like a fireplace. And it's kind of got this like comforting factor about it, because when I think about a fire, I think of, you know, relaxing, sitting by the fire, maybe drinking some wine or something, tea or coffee, and watching, you know, a movie or television or something. And this actually is just like a fire, like a burning fire, and it just is awesome. It's fast becoming my favorite scent from Imaginary Authors. It used to be the Cobra and the Canary, and this is actually kind of take over because I just adore this scent. It's just awesome. Check it out if you can. This is not sold in many stores. It's exclusive to a store in Portland, Oregon, but you can also buy it from Imaginary Authors website. So City on Fire at number 5. At number 4, a vanilla fragrance that I've recently acquired, and I really love this one. This is DUELLE, and it's by DIPTYQUE. Now, it's a boozy but kind of spicy vanilla. Very, very, very good. I know there's not a lot of talk about DIPTYQUE in general, let alone this fragrance, but I think those of you that are vanilla lovers, do check this one out. It's not STV, it's not like a cooking vanilla, but it's you know, it's still boozy, but it's definitely lots of spices. So I basically associate like cooking vanilla that's ready to be, you know, added to like all the ingredients and stuff to cook with spices. It's really, really good stuff, and it does perform decently. There is an EDP version of this, but I happen to have the EDT, and I love it so much. It smells excellent. Do check it out. It's DUELLE by DIPTYQUE. At number 3, another one by the nose Dominic Ropion. That's Portrait of a Lady by Frederic Malle. Now, why did I put this one here? I don't have any rose in here, but this is not just rose. This is all the spices, the incense, the cloves, the cinnamon, rose, of course, patchouli. It kind of has this holiday-like vibe. It's kind of very celebratory. It's just a fun, kind of vivacious, just beautiful scent. It's not feminine at all. It's very masculine. It's called Portrait of a Lady, unfortunately, and I do hear that there's a men's version coming out called Monsieur. I think that's what I hear. I do want to check that one out, but in the meantime, this is unisex enough, if not masculine, to wear, for guys to wear. Portrait of a Lady is awesome, and I really get a holiday vibe from it, so do check it out. It's number 3. At number 2, one from SERGE LUTENS, and again, another one that doesn't really get much talked about. It's Filles et Anguilles by SERGE LUTENS. This one is just beautiful pine resins, pine needles, and incense, and dried fruits. One of my favorite notes. Dried fruits is awesome in here. And it's the pine and the incense sweetened up by those dried fruits. Just a magically beautiful scent. And it's perfect like a holiday. It's like, you know, got the dried fruits that go into the fruit cakes, and you got the pine from the Christmas tree, and you got some smoke from the incense. Awesome stuff. Do check it out. I think you'll be blown away by the scent. I think a lot of folks should know about it. It's really good. So it's Filles en Anguille by Serge LUTENS, number 2. And last but not least, my number 1 Christmas fragrance is Fève Délicieuse by Dior. Okay, finally have this fragrance. It's such a bummer. The fragrance has been out probably almost a good 6 months now, but our Neiman Marcus didn't get it for some odd reason, so I finally had to just order it from Saks. I just can keep waiting and waiting. But I'm glad to have it. It's very delicious. It slightly hints at Tonka Imperial, but I think this is a lot better than Tonka Imperial. I just love this. It's like so delicious, I keep spraying it. There's a chocolatey vibe that's not in Tonka Imperial. That's what I like about this. And it gives it a more of a gourmand edge. Just wonderful stuff. Absolutely gorgeous, long-lasting too, and very comforting. I think it's the perfect Christmas scent. Do check it out, Fève Délicieuse. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching this quick video on my top 10 Christmas fragrances. I hope you have a great Christmas and Happy New Year, Happy Holidays if you don't celebrate Christmas, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. If you want to pick these up, I'll have a link below and you can click and you can buy them yourself. Please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you haven't subscribed yet, there's a subscribe button at the top, and look for me with a new video very soon. See y'all later. Goodbye.